for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough. But that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Plus, great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. And for Houston, the forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Gallinari. The pass to Ferguson. 5 on the clock. From the wing, the offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Yep, that one goes.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Now here's Harden against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Shot by Gordon, wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter, Kevin. I mean, he's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. The shot's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Westbrook. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New Orleans.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend it. Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Harden hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Paul. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Using that strong upper body, Tucker can definitely play through contact.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Harden.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Ferguson. Drills it from outside.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Harden finds Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Nice recognition that time from Capella, aggressively rolling to the bucket after setting the screen.
Ball against Westbrook. Paul surveying the floor. The high post shot. That shot misses. And Houston the other way now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Thunder trailing by 4.
Set Chris.
Pass to Gallinari.
Yeah, a hard-nosed defender. Tucker gets up into your grill and tries to intimidate you.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ferguson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. Great showing for him last season. Tops in scoring, second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man. And
his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Now here's Harden. Passes it to Gordon. Capella trying to free himself up. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Paul outside. And there's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Rockets leading by 4. Outside Westbrook. Launches a 3. Ferguson with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Now here's Adams following the shot by Chris Paul. And yes, it's good.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now Westbrook still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Eric Gordon on the wing. Takes a 3. Kept alive. Capella, he feeds it to Tucker. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Now here's Paul. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Capella against Gallinari. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Capella. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Houston. Cephalosha comes in for Gordon. And it's Gallinari missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Westbrook. That's tipped. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Houston. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Oklahoma City trailer. Here's Robertson. Dishes to Schroeder. Poked away. Feeds it to Noel. On the wing, Robertson. With the teardrop. And good that time. Robertson's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Rivers. Jerebko for 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's the break. Beasley passes to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around to the left side wing. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Rockets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And Cephalosha with the jam.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Here's Schroeder. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Golden State.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now here's Schroeder, trailing by 2, and that one is good.
And they've repeatedly froze inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Rivers. A 17-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Cephalosha kicks to Chandler. Now here's Jerebko. He's tightly guarded. 3 seconds left. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, it's Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, as you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Well, you know, guys, with the style of offense the Rockets play, they hear some criticism. They look for fouls, they want to draw fouls, and they shoot a ton of threes. No matter what the game situation is, they're jacking up threes. it does polarize some fans and purists who follow the game.
Schroeder against Harden. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Baisley. Inside. Here's Noel. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And Noel really does a nice job in reading angles of shots. He really excels in avoiding box outs because he's so active, and he typically beats guys to important spots near the basket.
Daniel House has checked in for Houston. That's good from Noel. And with the Rockets, they've heard plenty about how they look for fouls.
And that's a big part of how they attack. I mean, they want to draw fouls, want to get to that foul line. They make no bones about it. But because of the pace of play being as slow as it was for them, they were third in that category. They also were third in free throws made.
Baisley, good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Austin Rivers. And the shot goes in. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here is House. Passes it to Rivers. Can they get it? 6 on the shot clock. Cans it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Robertson. Covered by Cephalosha. Baisley passes to Schroeder. His 3-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 4. House dishes to Jerebko. It's rebounded by Schroeder. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Baisley. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. To the middle. Here's Chandler. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. Back right after this. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Chandler, and it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Yep, it counts. Beasley's got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now here's Rivers. And the pass to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Over Robertson. And it's Gordon missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead has got back down to 10 with the basket from Rivers. Shooter passes to Beasley. Kicks it to Muscala. Pass to Beasley. Now here's Robertson. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella comes in for Chandler. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Jonas Jerebko. Now here's Gordon. He's got 5. The tray. Offensive rebound. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Oh, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass. And because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Pass to Robertson. Here's Ferguson. He dishes it to Muscala. Over House. Here's Noel. It's good from in tight. Noel's got 5.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now Tucker. He had 16 points in the win against New Orleans.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Passes to Rivers. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Mark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
And he makes the first.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the #1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
Now here's Westbrook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's the dish to Gordon. They get it back. Capella got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Schroeder against Westbrook. Adams' shot is off. Clark, for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. Team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. They'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Saturday, the New Orleans Pelicans will come into town.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And he's good on the second. The Thunder leading by 10. Paul outside. Here's the floater. The shot will not fall.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And here is Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Molinari with it, and guarded by Capella. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now, here's Gallinari. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gallinari running, and the layup falls. And now a 12-point Thunder lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Capella. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Second free throw, no good.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Over Paul. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Cephalosha against Paul. Now the pass to Adams. Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 15.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career. And looking now at the numbers for Danilo Gallinari. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 19 points per game last year, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Count the basket. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Now here's Westbrook. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Paul. Pulls it up. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Tucker finds Westbrook. Harden outside. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
And when you look at usage rates, Harden is the offense for this team.
Yeah, you look at Harden's numbers over the last few years, and it has been absolutely ridiculous what he's done. I mean, there's no player who's had a better 3-year stretch in the history of the league. 30-plus points per game seasons the last few years, the near triple-double the year before. I mean, he's a marked man for every opponent, and he's still been able to put up these kinds of numbers. Absolutely amazing.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. It's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
And we are talking about Chris Paul and his assist totals. Here's
Mercy, mercy me. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
The Thunder leading by 10. Paul dishes to Adams. Gallinari outside. The Thunder with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That one off the back iron and out. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
You know, for a small guy, you got to respect how calm Paul is inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anybody, but he's got to be crafty and clever to do so. Good display of patience there.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the score by Houston. Gallinari goes back up. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gallinari's got 8 points here in this quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Now here's Westbrook, and the lead is down inside single digits. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
To the inside, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Westbrook, 7 points in the game. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a terrific finisher he is for an undersized player. Chris Paul doesn't let anything throw him off.
The Thunder shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. The Thunder also changing it up. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And it's Robertson in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
It's Harden with the drive. That one, no good.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Rivers following the basket by Chris Paul. Shot to stop the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send them to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
Harden hits them both. The Thunder leading by 14. 30 seconds left here in the second. Paul for 3. The shot missing. And Houston the other way now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Rockets have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the Thunder making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. .20 seconds left in the first half. With 1 on the clock, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Danilo Gallinari, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men, and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We saw Danilo Gallinari lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and 4 rebounds. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling my paint. Shaquille.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside, and it's usually pick your poison.
Gallinari passes to Paul. Oklahoma City moving it around. Six to shoot. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And, you know, this is where Paul likes to work his magic. Very effective at making the right pass in the pick and roll.
Harden draws the double. Pass to Tucker. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Paul finds Adams. Stolen by Tucker. Thunder with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Paul outside. That 3 off the mark.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Westbrook against Paul. Harden outside. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from James Harden. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. At one point, they led by 16. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Gordon for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Pass to Ferguson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Adams. Rockets with the rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Westbrook. Here's Capella. He kicks to Tucker. In the corner, Harden shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
They have Harden played the right way there. Aren't giving him any space, but his focus is so good. He just doesn't let the defense bother him.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Ferguson, defended by Gordon. Ferguson misses. Rockets trail by 7.
And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development, being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
They throw good, James Harden. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state, and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Outside Gordon. Passes it to Capella. Shoots it. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Russell Westbrook. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Tipped away. Ball outside. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Harden. Adams' shot is good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
For 3, Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. Paul for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
First one falls for him. Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. The Thunder have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. To the paint. And Capella sends it back.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end, outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
For the lead, Harden dishes to House. Makes it off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 1. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
You know, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. James Harden is second. Third is Chris Paul.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
And Gallinari kicks to Paul. To the wing on the left. Here's the three. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got 11.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And here's Gordon following the three from Chris Paul.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
From downtown, Paul missing again. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. House the pass to Harden. Paul with the defensive effort. And it's Paul with the ball for Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Houston making some changes. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. The Thunder also changing it up. Nerlens Noel comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Andre Robertson in for Paul. Now here's Robertson. Back to Noel. The pass to Gallinari. Pass to Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. Gallinari outside. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Now here's Westbrook. 11 points in the game. It's stolen by Adams. Now here's Robertson. D right on him. Nobody near Schroeder. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for Daniel House. Pass to Baisley. Now Adams. Over Chandler. Here's Noel, and Chandler sends it back. Rockets trail by 5. And here's Westbrook from the arc. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Schroeder. The Rockets making the shot. The 11-footer. Offensive rebound, and Noel throws it down.
Boy, I tell you, his dunking skills are special. Noel really pounds it through the hoop when he gets a chance to.
Schroeder against Rivers. Thunder with the rebound. Schroeder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Robertson finds Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Rivers with it. He's got 10. Outside Westbrook. Over Robertson. Westbrook can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 4.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. The defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. A 3-pointer is right on target. Schroeder's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Thunder. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Westbrook again missing. It's Schroeder with the drive. Misses in close.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Cephalosha. And that's 18 points for Russell Westbrook. The Thunder leading by 5. Pass to Noel. Kicks it to Gallinari. Schroeder outside. Fires the three. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Rivers, defended by Robertson. Just 5 to shoot. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, if you don't block out Clint Capella, the put-back throwdown is exactly what you get.
So here's Gallinari. He's got 18. Schroeder outside from the arc. Here's Noel. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Thunder. They lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Rivers out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Westbrook. Shoots over Schroeder. Westbrook missing again. The Thunder leading by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. It's Schroeder with the drive. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Westbrook, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
Free throw good from Harden.
And, you know, after being a 6-man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Ferguson misses. Rockets trail by 3. Rivers kicks it to Tucker. Harden trying to get open. Tucker can't get it to go. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. Ferguson for 3. The Thunder with another miss. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Rivers passes to Gordon. 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The Thunder leading by 3. Paul kicks to Ferguson. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And that one misses. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
That one misses.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Gordon against Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And Gordon very physical with the defense. Solid at creating chances for himself to get to the line.
That free throw good from Gordon.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
And he makes both free throws. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Paul against Rivers. Looking to get it going, and Paul gets it to go in. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Rivers finds Gordon. There's the lob to Harden. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. It's stolen by Capella. A nice shot by Tucker.
And sometimes it's simply a matter of effort. Tucker outworking people in transition.
Paul outside. Here's Adams. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backcourt. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Greg, I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Count it.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Gallinari. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Capella. Lets it go from deep. Kept wide by Houston. He can't get it to go. And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Teardrop shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
The teardrop. Man, he does it so nicely. It's 6 feet tall. That might be stretching it a touch. It's a shot that Paul has had to master, and he certainly has.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Harden. Here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Paul. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked by Capella. They recover it, and the shot goes down.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
And he sinks the second.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Here's Rivers. Harden outside. Adams, some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Paul. Out to Gallinari. All alone. The Rockets pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And he gets the bucket. Rivers has got it all tied up now for Houston.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his teammates involved in the offense.
Gallinari passes to Adams. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Harden, that's good. Harden's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
There's the pass to Adams. Shoots over Capella, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The first free throw is good. And so Adams nails both of them.
And finally, a productive trip at the line after a lot of struggles here early on.
Here's Harden. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Gallinari.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Free throw drops for Harden. For Oklahoma City, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Adams outside. Pass to Ferguson. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Ball against Harden. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
In the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And the technical free throw is good. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
No one covering. 14 points for Austin Rivers.
That's just unselfish basketball by Tucker, making the extra pass to set up his teammate.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Harden with the stuff.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Paul. Over Rivers. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Chris Paul.
You can't fault the defense there. I mean, Paul is just a crafty finisher inside.
Rivers against Paul. Outside Gordon. From past the arc. It's good from long range. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Gallinari surveying the D. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Houston leading by 5. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. Drops in the layup for 2. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
They push it up. 4 on 3. It's tipped. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Harden outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hey, Harden is seeking contact. He is hunting bodies when he drives. He's so good at just getting his body into the path of the defense.
And the first one goes. so he makes both from the line.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Tucker. Harden against Gallinari. It's Rivers on the wing. And Tucker kicks to Rivers. The Rockets again can't hit. Thunder trailing by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And so here is Houston. The Thunder making the shot. Now Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. Paul can't get it to go. Houston leading by 3. Harden draws the double. Here's Gordon. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul left side. It's good. Paul's got 21.
This is when some players pull in and tighten up a bit, but if you're talking about CP3, this is when it becomes fun for him.
Now, here is Harden. Tucker finds Capella. Back to Tucker. Gallinari with the steal. Paul with the ball. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Adams. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
There's Paul. It falls!
Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
Harden kicks to Capella. Dishes it to Rivers. Outside Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Rivers. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
"20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ball against Sefolosha. Oh, missed it. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. and so he drops them both. It's a three-point game.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 3. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Adams outside. Ferguson for 3. No good from three-point territory. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. And it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with a victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.